Ni Zigwang returned to her dormitory, still thinking about the awkward encounter she had in the office. To download a TV drama using the office's faster internet, she had stayed late, only to be surprised by a handsome stranger while she was crouching under a desk to check the network cables. The man's cryptic remark about her not recognizing him left her puzzled and worried that she might be reported for slacking off. A few days later, the branch office was abuzz with the arrival of the new vice president, Lin Yusen, whose good looks were already legendary among the staff. Yin Jie, eager for a glimpse of him, dragged Zigwang toward the executive suite. Though they found his office empty, they soon spotted him walking through the department with the general manager, Mr. Zhang. Zigwang was horrified to realize that the stranger from the other night was her new boss. Convinced she had already ruined her career with a terrible first impression, she lamented to Yin Jie that her professional life was over before it had even begun. Their workplace anxiety shifted when a financial crisis hit. A major discrepancy was discovered in a payment for battery encapsulation film made before the holiday. Due to a data entry error, the transaction had been processed in US dollars instead of Chinese yuan. The payment voucher bore Zigwang's stamp. She vividly recalled the day. Dou Cheng from the purchasing department had rushed in after hours, pressuring them for an expedited payment by complaining about his boss's temper. To save time, Oyu Kiki had used Zigwang's computer to process the transfer, and Zigwang had provided her stamp as a favor. Back at the office, a heated argument broke out between the finance and purchasing departments. While finance focused on recovering the funds, Dou Cheng aggressively shifted the blame, claiming finance had failed to verify the original contracts. Meanwhile, Mr. Zhang took Lin Yusen on a tour of the factory. They discussed the industry's volatile history, from the 2008 financial crisis to the anti-dumping investigations that decimated overseas markets. Lin explained that while he once voted against expansion, he now saw a turning point in the industry due to new energy strategies. He also met with Dr. Hua Xiangyang to discuss technical breakthroughs in battery efficiency. The financial error was eventually resolved by Lin Yusen, who personally negotiated with the foreign supplier to return the overpayment. Following the resolution, he summoned Zigwang and Kiki to his office. Mr. Mo, the veteran head of purchasing, was also present and spoke condescendingly to the young women, suggesting that selling them wouldn't even cover the company's loss. Lin Yusen coolly reminded Mo that human trafficking is illegal and subtly criticized his outdated management style. However, Lin then declared that Zigwang was ill-suited for finance and ordered her immediate transfer to the management department, which reported directly to the senior executives. Zigwang reported to her new department the next day and was assigned to organize the chaotic file room. Despite the daunting task, she proved remarkably efficient, completing a massive amount of work in a single day due to her perfectionist streak. During her late nights in the file room, she frequently encountered Lin Yusen, who was researching old procurement contracts for glass and EVA film. Zigwang guessed he was building a case to overhaul the purchasing department's questionable practices. Hoping to support his mission and improve her standing, Zigwang proactively organized years of procurement data for him. When she told him that her excellent memory allowed her to locate any document instantly, Lin Yusen took her at her word. He assigned her an exhausting project, conducting an external price inquiry for the company's top 50 raw materials, including historical pricing data dating back to 2005. Zigwang was overwhelmed, realizing her attempt to flatter him had resulted in a grueling workload. Determined to prove herself, Zigwang worked tirelessly, using her personal phone and a fabricated company name to maintain confidentiality during her inquiries. She eventually produced a detailed spreadsheet, highlighting any historical price gaps exceeding 10% in red. When she presented the finished work, she attempted to use the opportunity to request 3 days of leave by pretending to feel unwell. However, Lin Yusen reminded her that he was a trained physician and could see no signs of illness. Denied her leave and feeling slightly foolish, Zigwang decided she needed to be much more cautious around her perceptive boss. On their way home, Zigwang and her friends, Yin Jie and Wan Yuhua, discovered that a new employee, a relative of Mr. Mo, had moved into a double room in the preferred dormitory. The women were incensed by this blatant nepotism, especially since they had been on the waiting list for months. While Zigwang considered bringing the matter directly to Lin Yusing, her friends worried that complaining about a dormitory issue might make them look unprofessional. For the time being, they decided to hold off on a formal complaint.